What's up, mob? Hey, man, that 250 class is exciting. We have got ourselves set up for a winner take all in Salt Lake City in RJ versus Levi. Are we going to see team tactics? I'm going to get into all that and then some more. Remember, guys, subscribe. It helps the channel. And also, people have been getting unsubscribed without them. So if you have already subscribed, just double check. I would appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into this, guys.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Before I get into the championship battle between Levi and RJ, I want to talk about Joe Schmoda. He is an agent's dream. If you could write it up on paper and say, hey, suck early in the year, but don't suck that bad, and then gradually get better, man, we can negotiate some huge contracts. And I know that wasn't how it was early in his career, but that's how it is every year now. He gets better towards the end of the year. He's won Salt Lake in the past. Now he's won Denver, and he looks like he's finally finding his groove. Last year, towards the end of SMX, you're like, wow, Joe Schmoda, he's going to dominate next year. He was the favorite heading into this series, but now he's the favorite heading into next year probably because of the way he's riding. And he finally did get that elusive win for the HRC Honda team. Honda already had a win, but it was with the privateer team and Max Anstey. So heading into the Denver Supercross, I was worried about Levi Kitchen's health. And you know how the secrecy in this sport, we just saw it with Cooper Webb hiding a wrist injury. Well, I thought maybe Levi was hiding something, especially with the way when I reached out to him, I said, hey, are you okay? Are you 100%? And his response was not, he didn't say, yeah, I'm all healed up. He just said, I'm ripping. So that led me to believe there's probably some lingering injuries. But he's not lying. He was ripping in Denver, and he set up this championship. He did exactly what he needed to do. He was 2 points behind. He couldn't afford to lose any more points to where RJ could just kind of cruise in at a second or third and win this title. He actually gained points on RJ, and it's winner take all. Whoever takes Salt Lake gets this championship. So before the Denver Supercross, I picked RJ Hampshire to win the race because he looked so good there last year. If you remember correctly, he caught up to Levi, went off the track, caught back up to Levi, passed him again. And I know Levi's better this year than he was last year, but I just felt like RJ had something at that altitude where he could really bring something extra, but he was frustrated. It seemed like the harder he pushed, the worse he did on that track. And RJ knew how important it was to gain those extra couple points and give himself a little bit to work with in Salt Lake. Now, nope, it's all on the table. Dead even. Whoever finishes better in Salt Lake is your champion. And we've seen a lot of team tactics in the 250 class before, but I don't know that we're going to see it this year, and I'm going to tell you a few reasons why. Hey guys, if you want to check out a different show, check out Coach Rob's podcast. He's got a show here on YouTube about vet racing. Vet racing, it's interesting. We're all trying to keep our bodies healthy, but he's doing a specific show for vet riders. Check that out, guys. Epic garage designs. Coolest stuff in the world. If you want to do something simple, just add some slat wall. If you have a drill, you can install it yourself. You want to get things off the ground, hang up bicycles, snowboards, helmets, whatever you want to hang up, slat wall is your solution. Just let them know and they'll ship it out to you. So regional racing for 2024 is officially over. From here on out, the 250 class will have all the competitors. There's no more East, West, because outdoors is all 250 riders, SMX, all 250 riders, and this last round is a shootout with all 250 riders. Typically, you'd have about 4 or 5 Pro Circuit Kawasaki's out there, and you would expect, since they haven't won a championship since 2017, which is crazy for a team that seem to win every single year, to have this big of a drought. This is the biggest drought that Mitch Payton, since starting this team way back in the day with McGrath, that he's gone without winning a championship. 5 years. That's a long time. Or 6, I don't know. Check my math, but 17 was the last championship they got. Unfortunately for Mitch and his team that could really help Levi, they're all out. Max Volan's gone with a hip injury. McAdoo had his shoulder injury. Faulkner had his stuff. He's got Seth Hammaker out there, but is Seth really going to? I think he'll do his best to stay out of the way. But don't look for a lot of team tactics from Mitch Payton. They just don't have the manpower out there. What are they going to do? Bring down 450 guys? There's just nothing they can do. It's just not in the cards. They're going to have to let Levi win it on his own. On the other hand, you've got the Austrian brands. And while it appears that, RJ Hampshire would only have Casey Cochran. Well, the Gas team is also owned by the same team, the KTM. There's 3 brands under that umbrella, but they've got their own championship to worry about with Tom Vial and that KTM team. So I don't look for anyone. I think what you're going to see in Salt Lake is you're going to see RJ and Levi Kitchen go out there and do their very best. And I think these guys are all going to race their own races, and they're probably going to tell them, yeah, don't do anything stupid to our own guys. Like they're going to probably tell Pierce Brown, just, don't take out Tom Vial or don't take out RJ Hampshire, but race your own race and let the best man win. Because however it's split, like right now, Vial has 15 points on Hayden Deegan. It looks like he's probably going to lock that thing up. So even if they don't get the RJ Hampshire championship, the Austrian Brands still have one coast. Guys, check out Ride Strapped. If you need goggles, glasses, t-shirts, this is a company that has supported me for a long time. Go to ridestrapped.com, get yourself some patriotic gear, and then if you're at Paula, come see us. We'll be camping out. If you're shipping anything, use Precision Transport. I know a lot of you guys have already used them and have raved about the customer service, the pricing. If you go to pretransport.com, they will get you dialed in. Let them know you're part of the Cooksey Mob, and they will extra take care of you. So if Levi Kitchen ends up winning this championship, which he very well could, what does that do for him career-wise? Because he's going to have to he gets 1 year to defend this championship, then he's got to go full-time on the 450. I don't know. I've said that this was a bad thing in the past and been wrong. I said when Chase Sexton won his first 250 Supercross title, he only gets 1 year to defend, then he's got to go 450. Clearly, Sexton made me eat my words, and he was ready. But what he did is he came back the next year and backed it up and won the title a second time. Now, that's what Levi's going to have to do. If he does get this championship, he's going to have to come out strong in the outdoors, SMX, and then or possibly back it up next year. But he's got to have some good results to get himself an opportunity on that 450, or he'll be like Savacci and McElrath and Bogle and all these guys that are stuck in the 450 class that really could be competitive on a 250, but they're out. Tom Vial, on the other hand, if he wins it, I think he really wants to go to that 450. He's got 2 GP championships. He might get himself an outdoor championship this year. Tom Vial, I think, is a guy who's looking to make that move. I think he's 23, 24 years old. So he's a little older than, some of these other guys like Deegan. And also, Levi Kitchen's a little bit older, so that might be something going for him too. And if RJ gets that championship, yes, finally. I've been calling for him to go on that 450 forever. I wish they'd just bypass next year and go straight to the 450 in 2025. But you won't see RJ till 2026. And then something to kind of watch for is this will be after the race. One of these guys is going to be extremely disappointed, whether it be Levi Kitchen or RJ Hampshire, but they've got to regroup in 2 weeks and be back at Paula. Do we see a championship hangover? A lot of times when guys are in an intense battle like that, sometimes they want to get right back out there, and other times they're mentally and physically spent. What will we see from these young guys? All right, guys, that's it for today in the 250 class. I cannot wait for this weekend in Salt Lake. We have got what we all dream of, a winner-take-all finale. And all the 250 riders are in play, and it's gonna be wild. All right, guys, so a lot of you know a friend of mine who we lost last year, Chris McAvoy. The Road to Recovery is doing a golf tournament to benefit his daughter, Mackenzie. Here's some information. If you want to sponsor the event or be a part or donate, please reach out to Road to Recovery, and I'll put a link in the description. And if you want to help out the McAvoy family and his daughter, Mackenzie, I would appreciate it. Chris was a great guy and one of my best friends, one of the people I talked to him whenever I needed something, and it's been really hard having a Supercross season where I didn't get to call him and just bounce things off of him. And yeah, I miss the guy. So if you want to help out Chris, go for it. Thanks, guys.